number 11. Now I would entitle the message, The Bread That Truly Satisfies. Step number 11 sounds like this. We sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious connection with God as we understood Him, praying only for the knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that will out. Then I want to talk a lot about God's will for your life. In John chapter 6, we see Jesus is going to use this phrase, that I was sent by God to do His will. Jesus knew the will of God. And I want you to know the will of God for your life. I want you to have the right desires for that will. Have you ever seen that TV show, My Strange Addiction? It's got some weird addictions in it. And one of them, there's a mental disorder called pica. And pica is a disorder in which you eat things that have zero nutrition for you. So the lady that's watching TV eating rolls of toilet paper, it's so delicious. She has pica. The guy that's scraping paint chips off the wall and nibbling them away, he's got pica. The girl in the back of the classroom, not only chewing on her hair, but swallowing it, she's got pica. They eat things that they ought not be eating. In Indonesia not long ago, there was a man that died because he had this rare mental condition. And they did an autopsy, and they found 1,442 items in his stomach and intestine. He had 432 iron nails.
Oh my God. Wow.
He had hundreds of little screws. He had paper clips that he had eaten. He had pebbles and rocks and all manner of things that he had this weird compulsion that he wanted to eat these things that weren't food. Jesus is worried about what the people want to eat. In John chapter 6, Jesus has multiplied a little boy's snack pack lunch, and he's made a few loaves of bread and fed the masses. He's taken a few fish and fed the masses. Thousands of them ate, and there was even baskets left over. And then he's departed from them. He's gone across the sea, and they want more bread. It's like they're at Olive Garden. Breadsticks, please. Texas Roadhouse, more bread, please. And some of that honey butter, please. They wanted more of the food. They catch them on the other side. And that's where we pick it up in John chapter 6. Let's pick it up in verse 26, if you will. And when they found him on the other side of the lake, they said to him, Rabbi, when did you get here? And he said, truly, you're not looking for me because you saw signs that I performed. It wasn't I healed the blind. It wasn't I cast out leprosy out of that man. That's not what you are interested in. You are interested in your stomach being filled. The loaves that you ate. Do not work for the work that spoils, that goes away so quickly, but work for those things that endure until eternal life, that the Son of Man can give you. For on him is God's approval. And then they asked him, what must we do that God requires? What is the will of God for our life? So he answered them, and he said it very clearly. This is the work of God, that you would believe in me. If you want us to believe in you, what's the sign? In the wilderness, Moses gave us bread. Verse 32, and Jesus said, very truly I tell you, it wasn't Moses that gave you bread, but it was my Father, and now he gives you the true bread of heaven. For the bread of God is that bread that comes down and gives life to the world. Sir, give us this bread always. Verse 35, Jesus said, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never hunger. Whoever believes in me will never thirst. But as I have told you, and you've seen, and you still don't believe, all those that the Father gives to me, and whosoever comes to me, I will never drive away. For I have come down from heaven not to do my will, but the will of him who sent me, and that I should lose none that he's given me on the last day. For my Father's will is that everyone that looks to the Son and believes in him will have eternal rest, and I will raise them up on the last day. Here's the will of God, that people would be saved, that we would believe in him. And I want to ask you, what is it that you really desire? What is it that you hunger for? There are many breads of life that don't satisfy, but Jesus says, I'm the bread of life that does satisfy. Do you desire satisfaction, desire salvation, desire the Son? There's a big difference between knowing something and experiencing something. And when you watch a chef show, for example, and you wonder, I wonder if that food is good. Well, sometimes I watch that TV show Chopped. And they got to mix kimchi and peanut butter, and then they got all these weird ingredients, and they got to make some fancy dish. And by the end of it, I'm looking at it like, doesn't look too good. And then the chefs eat it, and they go, oh, zesty. Oh, delicious. Oh, this is spectacular. My taste buds are tingling. And then another one goes, it's not seasoned properly. And I'm watching this, enjoying this, thinking, how am I enjoying this? I can't even taste the food they're talking about.